Because we are in November, of course, since it's 3 weeks away from Thanksgiving, it is appropriate to start thinking about Christmas. It's just weird like that. Even before we went trick-or-treating, Walmart had the Christmas tree up, right? But as we think about this season that's coming up, really every season of life has an opportunity to share the gospel. But as we come to the end of this year, this season creates for us some ready-made opportunities to share the gospel. And so what we want to do today is we want to equip you today with some tools with which to go in these next couple months and beyond next year, the rest of your life, that can help you take any conversation that you're in, whether it's family around the Thanksgiving table or Christmas, or you're out shopping, or whatever you're doing, interacting with folks, interacting with unbelievers, that you can take any conversation and turn it into a gospel conversation. And so what we've done the past 4 weeks is try to help set you up for that. This method that we're going to show you today is called the 3 circles. And what we've tried to do is spend 3 weeks focused on one week per circle: God's design, brokenness, and gospel. And so if you're interested, if you haven't been here and you're interested in kind of hearing messages on each of the 3 circles, I encourage you to go to our website and find those. They'll be entitled Life on Mission, God's Design, Life on Mission, Brokenness, Life on Mission, Gospel. And then last week, we just wanted to give you a picture of brokenness and how the gospel met brokenness and changed a woman's life. This week, we want to let you see this particular method that can help you, whether you draw it out with somebody or whether you just have it in the back of your mind, to help you know how to take any conversation and turn it into a gospel conversation, and hopes that it'll help you be a part of the mission of God and not feel inadequate or not feel like sharing the gospel is some big scary monster, kind of thing. I love this method because it takes the mask off of evangelism. When we look at it, sometimes it's like, I can't do, what all these super Christians do. Yes, you can. We're all called to it. And so, I want to say this about it too, in case I don't say it later. This is just a method. This isn't the only method. As a matter of fact, you may not use this method, but it's a way that can help you if you choose to use it, and can at least let us start to think about how we'll share the gospel with folks, and be a part of the mission of God, which is what He's left us here on this earth to do. And so, just very briefly this morning, I wanted to look at Colossians chapter 4. And Paul is writing to the Colossians. And he's actually writing from, more than likely, Rome. Okay, he's in prison as he's writing this letter. And more than likely, he's in prison in Rome. And it's at the time that he was in prison that he wrote Colossians and Ephesians, and I think Philippians, and I think Philemon. He writes these and he sends them out while he's in prison. So we are reading a letter that Paul wrote to the Colossian church while Paul himself was in prison. And I think I know it's going to give us a vision of what we need to be praying for and what our heart needs to be as it relates to living life on mission. So let's just read that, Colossians chapter 4. We'll just look at verses 2 through 6. So Paul says this to the Colossian church: continue steadfastly in prayer, being watchful in it with thanksgiving. At the same time, pray also for us, that God may open to us a door for the word, to declare the